kiss. Keep it simple, stupid.
Tony boy.
I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, I'm paranoid, bitch, I'm paranoid.
Testicles, 1, 2, testicles.
Yes, sir. We back at it, young crack addict.
That is right. Welcome to Paranoid Radio Podcast. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your humble host, Trebles Garcia. And joining me in the 1 2 is the best co-host on the motherfucking planet. Big Jack, salute.
Salute,
God.
Big Doug. How you doing? We're shaking bacon.
Ladies and gentlemen, for the people that do not know, we're recording our first Zoom meeting. This is the first intro episode, and I'm going to put this shit up on Rumble right now. Yeah, we are. I'm going to put it up because
we have a brand. We can't. I have a brand.
Oh, fuck. I'm going to put a little sticker over it. A little emoji over it. I don't give a fuck. Why are you being scared? Why you
giving free publicity, stupid?
Well, ladies and gentlemen, we're back for another amazing episode. Right before that, Big Tank, how are you doing, bro?
Fuck you. Fuck you and fuck you me.
You doing all right?
You. I come in you come on floor.
Wait. I was imagining that right now for a moment. I thought it was a little gay, but I was imagining it.
Where's that from?
Hangover 2?
From?
Hangover 3? Hangover 2?
Something like that.
It goes, it's beautiful. I come in you come on the floor. It's beautiful. Oh, shit. What's up, Big Jack? How are you, man?
What's shaking, Big Dog? What's working, grinding, struggling, surviving? You already know, Big Dog. Normal shit. Different day, Big Dog. Yeah, I got 2 phones. One for the plug, one for the We're shaking.
It's a lot funner to watch you act this whole thing out because you have... First of all, you're fucking ugly, dog.
Your mom was ugly. Let's get that one. Hey, fool, I did a charity when I was with your mom, fool.
True. Word. Thank you for that freebie. True. She needed it. Her attitude changed absolutely immediately after you gave me that freebie, dog. You took it to the Stone Soup Kitchen. You took it to the Stone Soup Kitchen. You know what I mean? All right.
I think I got to pass off the pearly gates off of that one.
Oh shit! All right, guys, we're gonna start the show off with the mid-month report from our deep state correspondent. Flash, take it away.
Create the problem, sell the cure. This is how the deep state operates, and what's happening with the Silicon Valley Bank is a perfect example of that, and how the federal government is trying to consolidate power to usher in a digital currency. Now the Silicon Valley Bank, people are flipping out that it's getting a bailout, shouldn't have gotten a bailout. Technically, Biden is bailing out the depositors, not the bank itself. So the bank is and will collapse, and a bigger bank will probably come in and buy that up. Now Biden essentially bailed out the depositors, who are essentially his donors. 99.9% of the bank owners, the people that use that bank, the companies, were all heavy Democrat donors. This is in Silicon Valley in California, so no surprise there. But usually the FDIC only secures deposits under $250,000. But the Biden administration and Janet Yellen over at the Treasury made an exception for this bank, and they're going to bail out all the depositors. Now, this bank, the average depositor is $2.2 million. Okay, so this bank was a bank for the elite, the very, very wealthy startup tech companies, and a lot of that money was Chinese Communist Party money. Okay, about 1/3 of it. These aren't conspiracy theories. You can look all of this up. Okay, the Chinese Communist Party is heavily invested in startup companies in the United States. They're heavily invested in everything: science, technology, all of it. So what Biden did was essentially bail out his buddies. Now, the FDIC, that money technically comes from the banks themselves. They pay into a fund. It's like an insurance fund. But this is a lot of money here we're talking. Like I said, $2.2 million was the average deposit in this bank. It's going to be hundreds of billions of dollars. So either way, the Fed's going to have to print the money, which is going to make it inflationary. Now, this is why we're in this mess in the first place. So the reason why this bank closed is a direct result of the Biden financial and economic policies. They ignored inflation when we were all screaming at the top of our lungs that this is a systemic problem. The Biden administration was telling us it was purely transitory, and we have our hair on fire for no reason, and we're making a big deal out of nothing. Well, they didn't do anything about it in the beginning. They let it get out of control. So the Fed had to come in, the federal bank, and they had to jack up interest rates so high, so quickly, that these other small banks that bought up bonds a couple years ago are getting priced out, essentially. They're not making any profits. They don't have the cash on hand. So, a direct result of this administration ignoring inflation in the beginning and the Feds having to jack up interest rates to get inflation under control is what is making these banks crumble. Okay, it's not the first one and won't be the last. There was another one in New York. Signature Bank is closing. Okay, now they're going after the crypto banks. Those are next. Why? Because they want a digital bank currency, central bank currency. This is the ultimate goal because it is the ultimate weapon in control. This is what the Chinese Communist Party uses in China to get their population in line, not questioning the government, because literally they can turn off your funds at any time for any reason. You make a nice little silly post on Facebook or Instagram and the government sees it, you get docked a point or two. You get so many points docked, your shit gets turned off, just like in China. Okay, this is the ultimate goal. Now, all these little regional banks, these federal banks, it makes it hard because people have the money in a bunch of different places. Now, if they consolidate all these banks into just a couple, like a JP Morgan Chase or just a Bank of America, to get these big banks, and then they're already a part of the Fed board. So they're already involved in the whole process of printing fake money is what they're doing, essentially. They're printing money at a pace which is no one's ever seen. We have printed over 60% of all the money ever printed has been printed in the last 4 years. Okay, so our dollar is being crushed. And at the same time, you have China, Russia teaming up with Saudi Arabia, and they're going to start using the Chinese dollar, the yuan, for oil sales, which is going to further cripple our dollar. So here comes the federal government to the rescue with a digital bank currency. Create the problem, sell the cure, and the cure always is more government with more taxes and less freedom. The fall of Babylon continues. You take what happened with FTX cryptocurrency along with this bank in California that collapsed. It's becoming clear that the globalist cabal are losing their piggy banks and their money laundering operations. We're onto the scam, and we know how it works now. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. Now Mark Zuckerberg and Meta just laid off 10,000 employees over at Facebook. It's because Babylon is falling. You literally have biblical floods going on in California, once in a century floods. You got worms coming out of the sky in China. We are in biblical times, and the lines have never been clearer. It is no longer left versus right. It is now clearly good versus evil. God versus Satan. Get right with your God, because the lines have never been clearer. Godspeed.
That is right, Flash. I absolutely believe that something's happening with the tanks. With the bags, with the banks, and the government is watching us put a run on the banks. Year to date, we've been telling everybody for the past 3 years that this is going to happen, and it's absolutely amazing to be a conspiracy theorist and be right for once. So, actually, we're being right a lot more often this year. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're about to. Let me take it to the best fucking segment of this show. Big Tank. It's bird, it's a plane. Nope, it's what is happening. Big Tank, take it away.
What is happening, my people? You guys know the deal. This is what is happening. The best segment of the show, hands down. You guys only hear from me. Fuck that bald motherfucker, chrome dome, mega mind ass, feather hopping.
Yeah, I know. Back of knowledge. I don't know what the fuck that was. All right, we're here. All right, back of knowledge. All right, cool. You bring your 2 cents, I buy my 2 cents, and you put that shit into the back of knowledge.
And we duking it
What
out.
you got, Big Tech?
I'm gonna be honest with you guys. It's just a lot more fun. You're seeing them in my face. I know, but that is ugly. It's just one of those things. It's like laughing gas. You just can't hold it. You just see his face, and it's like, no, mom.
I'm very glad. I'm glad that I provoked that type of happiness inside of you, dog.
Hey, fool, you know, when the Lord was thinking about you, he said, "Oops."
All right, is that your first story? Is that your first story of what is happening? You're a fucking bitch.
God has a sense of humor. He said, "Oh, leftover. Let's put it all together. Big old nose."
He should have dropped some of that. He should have dropped some of that sense of humor with my mom. I mean, she's fucking ugly as fuck. Anyway, dog, can you proceed? Can you finish the show, please?
Motherfucker said it, Mom. Oh my god! Alright, my people, what the fuck is going on? Okay. So this is a viral TikTok video going around where this lady that's just dancing and she's doing the thriller.
What is it? Swedish? What is she? Swedish? Russian?
No,
Ukrainian?
It's a Swedish lady. And she's been seen everywhere. The first couple of sightings were in rural central US, but there's actually a sighting of her really close in Moreno Valley, believe it or not. Yeah, she sort of looks like Trebles, believe it or not. Fucking Trebles.
What the? Yeah, she has a big nose. She's tall.
So I don't know if you guys actually know the story though of why she's sort of a big deal. So originally in the mountains where she's from in Sweden, as the story goes, is that she actually did witchcraft on these burglars that were coming in.
She is.
So that's the origin story of her, if you want to put it. In all truthfulness, I don't know. I mean, it's a lot of videos are popping up. It looks like the same lady. You get me? I'm not gonna tell you it is or it's not, but it really just looks like the same old lady. I'm gonna be honest. I mean,
isn't she like a serial killer? I think people are trying to like impersonate her, and they come running at you with a knife. I thought it was Paranormal Activity at first. I thought it was like a shapeshifter, skinwalker, but now it seems like it's a trend, and people are copying it, and like weird shit happening around the world.
Oh, it's definitely. I mean, it's something. I mean, as it is, the video seems pretty freaky. In one part, in another video that I've seen, it looks like she's in the middle of the concrete jungle. I'm not gonna say LA, but basically a big city. And then you see another one where they quote and say it's in Moreno Valley, and she's just in front of a couple of stuff, in front of houses out there. So I mean, there's definitely a lot of videos, but the origin story does go that back where she was from, out in the mountains, people came to her because they were getting burglarized, and they knew that she was quote unquote a witch sorcerer or something like that. Don't quote me on it, but that's the original origin story.
I like that.
It could be a following. It could just be a following.
It's weird because it has a little witchery, a little paranormal activity, and now it's becoming a serial killer. This could even become an episode if we find anything else that keeps evolving.
It definitely can. I mean,
that's pretty good. I like that.
Add too much to it, but I mean, I don't know how your feed is on TikTok, but my feed has been showing me a lot of paranormal.
A lot of booty.
I'm sorry, my algorithm's not fucked up like yours.
My bad. Okay, it's just me.
There's also another one where this lady recording her dog, and she notices something weird. It's a little small breed, a little poodle mixed breed, and the lady is like, something wrong with my dog, so she started recording it. So she starts showing the dog, and then she goes, oh, so and so do this, oh, so and so do that, which is give me paw, give me hand, or whatever it is. And then the lady literally turns around and she goes, this isn't my dog doesn't know how to do goddamn. Slams the door, call the police. And okay, so this is the part that got to me, not so much that, but after all that happens, you hear like these larger footsteps that you wouldn't hear from just a little dog. So could it be a
Skinwalker.
skinwalker? Could it be a
Yeah.
shapeshifter? I mean,
Uh-huh.
most definitely. I mean, it definitely caught me by surprise. If I'm gonna be honest with you, I was like, what the fuck?
It's funny because there was a funny little doll right next to the dog. Are you gonna send me that video again
Yes,
so I can put it up?
yes.
There was a funny little doll, a creepy little doll laying down next to the dog, and the dog is behaving like a dog. However, she asks him to do good tricks, him or her, and for some reason, the dog starts doing the tricks, and she goes, "Nope, you're not my dog." She goes, "My dog doesn't know how to do shit," and she slaps the phone. She goes, "Call 911." This is fucking crazy.
Yeah,
man.
I don't know. I mean,
I seen this one too. I see this one where the guy he goes, "This is a live glitch from the Matrix allegedly," and then he's like recording his son, and his baby's like a toddler, a little less than a toddler. He's barely walking, a beautiful little bald baby, right? But he has one of those little gates, you know, the gates on the doorways. So in order for the baby to cross that gate, you need to open the gate. No, the kid walks through it. Like he walks through like the two little bars that would hold your head. Like his head is huge, right? Because baby, like my head, but like, like you would have to like, you know what I'm saying, right? Fool? Like there's like the bars that you can't go through. Well, he just goes through it and he just puts one foot in and slides through it. Like weird shit. Yeah.
Shit. I mean, I'm telling you, a lot of freaky shit is happening. Let me give you another stories, even though you just got basically 3, so 2 are technically free. Oh, let's give you another one. Let's give you the last and final one. People, what the fuck is going on? Okay, tax season is coming to an end. Okay, some people have done the taxes, some people haven't, some people are procrastinating, some people are gonna wait till the last minute. No big deal, whatever you feel.
I used to be one of those.
Okay, cool. So for people that have kids, believe it or not, it's not as big as a chunk of change because some people are receiving money. It's a big old shitball right now. I mean, some people might be getting it, some people might not. Some people are mad. Some people are pissed that, oh, well, I'm still expecting my big money, even though I just got some money because of the way Biden was giving it out through tax credits. So they give you a little credit, a little money, tax credit, a little money. Even though it wasn't a lot. I think like $200 a month or whatever it was. So, did you know that there is somebody specifically in the IRS doing a quote and saying, even if you steal stuff, please report it to report your actual earnings? Bro, what? Hey, okay. The reason you steal something is to get a little extra cash so nobody knows anything. And now you're going to be reporting it to the government.
What's the point of stealing it? What's the point of stealing it?
Exactly. Now they want you to report it.
This is the only country, dog, that asks you to fucking turn in your stolen possessions to get taxed on your stolen possessions. You know what's funny, dog? You get taxed on you get taxed to work, right? You get taxed on your work, on your earnings. And then you get taxed on your bonuses up to 30 to 40%. And then you get taxed for purchasing. And then you get taxed, like you could buy a Hershey's bar, you get taxed 13 cents on there. So you get taxed to use the same money that I already got taxed on. This is like the only country that taxes you for everything. It's dog. I'm gonna be honest with you. I just noticed that the IRS is a bunch of bullshit, and it's pathetic. And I can't believe we still live like this. This is our normality.
Well, okay. So, putting most of that aside, if we don't get it taxed, would we be living Mexico style?
Word. I understand, and a lot of that taxes go to the state because each state has its own local governments, etc. I know, but I mean, you get taxed on the money that got taxed to buy things with your money that got taxed after you got taxed.
Whoa, see that?
It
sounds stupid. It sounds stupid. I mean,
you own a house in Arizona, right? Don't you pay property taxes? Yeah, property. Okay, don't you pay property taxes on something that you own? Like if it's yours, why do you pay taxes on something you own?
Did you know that most people don't own the land that they live in?
Explain that to me.
So if you were to find something under your house, more than likely you probably don't own it.
So if you own oil, if you catch oil slipping on your shit, you own it?
I think most people after the 1970s don't own the physical land. They own the property, and I think it's like 3 feet above, or I mean below. But yeah, did you know that? So if a lot of people, when people don't care. You get me? People really don't care. They don't read that big old contract. They're just happy they're getting a house 50-page thing. Nobody's gonna check it. I wouldn't check it personally. I mean,
Mhm.
even when you go to a car, they actually did this where somebody went to a car dealership and they checked the box. They created a little box by signing here, "I own your soul for a day,"
Whoa.
as a prank.
And
And
people
then they
signed
told, they had a total of 12 people sign it that day.
it. Get the 12 souls, dog, for a whole entire day. What would you do with 12 souls, dog? That you could
What can you
manipulate,
do?
do
I
it,
mean,
fucking whatever. Ooh, if she's hot, dog, oh man, have baby souls with her? Damn. Wait. And one last announcement. Disneyland's amazing patent on Mickey Mouse after I don't know how many fucking years. You're the one that told me this. That Disney is the only
It's fake
one
news,
that holds...
fool. It's fake news. It's like they're not really getting rid of the dragon.
Wait. They're not adopting the dragon?
They're not, no, it's fake news. Mickey ain't going nowhere.
I thought you said, but what?
I send it to you, yes. But if you check the very end, it says, we're just playing. He's like, there's no way they're going to get rid of the patent of Mickey. Because Mickey is the only patent that keeps on getting renewed and renewed and renewed. Yes.
And the only one that can get renewed. I guess it got grandfathered in. You're the one that told me that on a Disney episode.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was real. I
thought so too until the very end. I'm like,
I was already like, Dragon Tales, nigga, damn.
Yeah, right. Exactly. All right, my people, this is what is happening. Let me know what you guys are feeling, what you guys are not feeling. If you guys liked it, if you guys didn't like it, if you like his big old head just popping out everywhere, no fucking problem. My people.
Fuck you.
I'll see regular schedule broadcasting.
That is right, Big Tank. Thank you for those 2 amazing stories. As always, doing an amazing job. You look good on the mic, bro. Look at you dancing over there with my flow. Well, you know what? Since you're catching a vibe. Oh, there you go. Fucking Thank you for interrupting. Since you're catching the vibe over there, I'm about to set the mood, jump in from the deep end of the pool, and strike with iron is fucking hot. Check this out. Now we're gonna be talking about frequencies and vibes, and I want to.
I like your titties.
Oh, thank you. They're not titties. This is a flat man chest, bro. Because I do push-ups in the morning. They're like your ass.
Nah, I see him hanging, big dog. I don't know what you're talking about.
This ain't no man. This is nice. This is men boobs, dog.
You just lifted him up right now, fool. You did a full motion with it.
It looks like you're getting turned on. Watch out, dog. You gotta poke the camera, bro. I can't do these episodes with you on the camera. I'm deleting the camera. I can't see your ass. But let's check this out. Wait up, fool. Let me catch my breath. Scientist David Bohm said, and I quote, "The world we live in is experienced with our eyes as a hologram, a holographic expression made up of interference, waves, patterns, and vibrations." End quote. So check this out. Tank, I don't know if you know this, but did you know that bees don't fly? They levitate at 28 kilohertz, same frequency as the Mayan, as the tip and top of the Mayan pyramids, not and the Aztec pyramids as well, mostly Aztec. Did you know that shit?
I didn't know that. I mean,
yeah,
they're flying. So to me, they're flying. I mean, but okay.
Okay, so their wings are too small to carry their bodies, but they move so fast that they vibrate and levitate.
They big bitches.
They big bitches. All right, so I'm gonna keep dropping bombs on you because we only got 25 minutes or 20 minutes to fucking drop bombs on you. So check this out. Another fucking thing that I found out about vibrational frequencies is that 528 hertz is determined to be the center of the entire electromagnetic color spectrum. Remember that shit. So I'm talking about all the colors of the rainbow, right?
Okay.
They vibrate at 528 hertz. Back in 1939, the Rockefeller Foundation instituted all radio frequencies, all musicians and producers and airwaves to be attuned to a, quote, world standard tuning to 440 hertz frequency. This is what I said in my video. And it's now scientifically proven that 440 hertz frequency shuts down the right side of your brain up to 98%. Now, the right side of your brain does not mean that you're going to be like you're a fucking gorilla or that you're a super scientist. It's just, I guess, allegedly, the right side of the brain is connected to your spirituality and your divinity. Allegedly. So that's where I go into the alleged part, okay? But the first 3 parts were bombs, dog. Like, it's fucking crazy, fool. Like, and why would they want to fucking, state a world standard tuning? You could Google that shit. Hashtag búscalo.
Okay, so everybody's different per se. I mean, there's a reason we have artists, we have musicians, we have delegates, we have whatever it is, because we all use different parts of our brain. Yeah, I mean, shit. My artistic, literally being able to draw it isn't the best. I got some creative ideas. I can do some coloring, whatever it is. I can figure
That's
shit
right.
out. I mean, best at Call of Duty, #1 worldwide. Just letting
Hey,
y'all know,
shut
number
the
one, number
fuck
fucking
up,
one.
dog.
Beast. If that was an art form, ooh, I'm a woo. But,
Okay, all right.
but everybody's mind very differently. For example, my wife, artistic as hell, written stuff she
Word,
can do. She can
word.
make shit
I could
happen.
vouch for that.
But
I could vouch for that.
she sees me playing Call of Duty, fucking moving fucking fingers at supersonic speed.
Yeah.
What the fingers do though, but I mean,
Do you think you're using different frequencies? At that point, do you think you're using different frequencies of using different artistic form?
that's what I'm going with, because I'm gonna be honest about it. I mean, I think if we're gonna go down this rabbit hole, I think your brain can provide different frequencies depending on the person that you are.
I like that one. I like that. I like that because you know how they say every brain is its own mind. Well, check this out.
Exactly.
Everything exists in this reality, so each person is living a different reality, right? Just okay, so each reality in each mind is divided only by frequencies, kind of like a TV, bro. You know how all the channels are going at the same time. They're all
Yes.
existing at the same time, just like our brains. We all exist at the same time. But when we're attuned to different frequencies, we're different, a different reality. That's how we
Exactly.
experience Earth. Crazy
So
shit.
some of the people that have the hardest problems, especially with drugs, and just because they need that open gateway, maybe they lost their their inspiration, are artists. And I mean artists in the form as painters, in the form as musicians. You
That's
get
how
me?
they say that they operate at a different spectrum, right? I've heard that before.
Exactly.
Mhm.
So if we're gonna think about it in that complete sense, I mean, what artists or even actors, to get in the mood, to get whatever it is, don't need a pick me up, don't need a stimulant to get them past that horizon, because they can't access
tune in into their frequency, kind of like what happened with the Joker,
exactly.
right? What's his name?
Okay, let's be honest about it. I mean, you and me, I mean, yeah, this is somewhat us, but
Mhm.
do we not tune in into some type of different alter ego?
Alter ego. Yeah. Yeah. We
I
do.
mean, I'm not saying it's exactly the same, but if
Mhm.
you start putting stuff together, it looks really similar to that type of thing. You get me?
I like the way you brought that in. Let me bring in a couple more facts that you're gonna like. And now I'm gonna go historical value with the frequency shit. Hada is an Egyptian god that created the world and the heavens because he felt it in his heart and then he spoke it into existence. Sounds familiar, right? Jesus
Yes.
Christ. In the beginning, there was the word, and God spoke us into existence.
Well,
Quetzalcoatl,
Jesus Christ, and God
it
are
was
two
God.
different things.
Yeah, Jesus was the son. Okay, so it's
Just
Quetzalcoatl.
saying.
Quetzalcoatl, the Aztec god, created the first wave of life using a conch shell, using sound. Native Americans here in the US say that a spider sang the world into existence. The Canadian Inuits say that the raven created the earth and the waters with the beat of its wings, beat, frequencies, vibrations. So everything from creation comes out from vibration. Oh, shit, I'm over
I
here
like that.
rapping.
I like that. I like that. I like that. I like that. I
Yeah.
mean, there has to be some truth behind it. I mean,
Yeah.
there is. Okay. Being able to be deceptive is one of the, guess, best things that a person can do. For
Mhm.
example, a lawyer is one of the best paid persons, depending on what firm there is or whatever it is.
Mhm.
And all they do is use sound as a deception. If they don't have a solid voice, they're not going to go anywhere.
What?
Yes.
Get the
So,
fuck out of here. I didn't know that.
okay, exactly. You get me? What makes a good lawyer? His charisma, his charm, his voice.
He's able to lie.
Yes. I mean,
Okay.
female, same way. Male,
Mhm,
female,
mhm,
whatever it is.
mhm.
And they paint you a story. Remember, all they have to prove, if a lawyer, all they have to do is prove that the guy, possibility he couldn't do it. Not that he
Yeah.
did it.
Mhm.
There
Same
just
with
has to be a
politicians, right? If you're not a good
exactly.
speaker, everything starts with the way you sound. You know, it's funny, dog.
Hey,
It's
look at
funny.
Sleepy Joe. Look at Sleepy Joe. Hey,
Word.
look how low his approval rating is versus Trump when he would speak.
And the more you scream, the more people will follow you. I understand that completely.
Exactly. Charisma, charm, or even that little attitude, vulgarity.
And
all of that speaking. Yeah.
See, this you know that, okay, so we know that sound is vibrational in the audible range, right?
Yes.
And then I remember I told you a couple, like I want to say like 20, almost 2 seasons ago, that colors are also vibrations brought out through physical overt existence. So even colors are vibrational frequencies attuned for our eyes to capture it. So the same thing with flavors. Flavors are attuned to a vibration frequency that when we taste it, it gets send signals to our fucking brain, and then we assume that that's steak, right? Etc.
Exactly.
etc. So So I would say vibration would also equal energy, and energy can be destroyed. Remember, I told you from hot to cold, right? From light to dark, but energy can never be destroyed. Essentially, vibration is also electricity. Would you agree with that?
I want to say vibration is everything, because you have to remember, when you go to school and they teach you about atoms, it's all little things moving back and forth, slow. Even if it's cold, there's still slight moving. So atoms start turning into cells turn into a body. We look solid because everything's moving together. You get me? But if you were to get broken down completely, you're not solid. It's just real compact. That stuff hardly comes out. Why? Because it's so small. That's why they
say chairs are moving, even though they're not. Because it looks solid to us, and it's an illusion of solid, but it's actually vibrating at a microscopic level.
Exactly. So if you're thinking about it in that sense, I mean, everything is vibration. So it makes sense that vibration is sort of the key to it.
Okay, now check this out. Now I'm gonna go jump into some physical shit right before we end this pod. While embryos are growing, and this is when you're a fucking fetus, I'm talking about the size of a fucking thing. And then I know you debunked it kind of, but to me it's a fucking bomb. I have to bring this in. When a baby is forming, the first thing that comes out is a beat, right, from your heart. Okay. But the first thing that develops of your senses is your hearing. Did you know that sound travels 5 times better through water than through air? So technically, the baby is listening. Yeah, you can look that up. # look it up. The baby can listen a lot better than feel, touch, taste, smell in the womb. Obviously, you can't because there's water and so you can't smell, right? You can't taste anything. Plus, you're plugged up. But the first thing that you start acknowledging and feeling and get online is your hearing. Your hearing is the first sense that goes, which also brings to say that when you're dying, the last sense to go is also your hearing. So I don't know if you know this, but a lot of the times when I told you this and you were like, yes, it's the only thing that you could do. Basically, when you're in a coma, a doctor always tells the family members, speak to the patient. He can still hear you. So it's because you're not dead. Your hearing is still on.
I agree with that. I mean, the only thing I had brought up in the previous conversation was, that's the only thing you can do. It's not like you can see, technically you're in a coma. It's not like you could eat because technically you're, you're being tube fed at that point. But it does make sense that it is one of your even most important. You get me? Because I mean, at the end of the day, yes, do we have people that can't hear? Yeah, we do. But
can the people that can't hear speak? Can they speak? They can't hear their own voice. How they can't speak?
They can't hear their voice. They'll sound. I mean, who knows how they'll sound? You get me? I mean, I remember watching a TV show where and this is not to throw puns at anybody, but it sounded almost like a deafening seal type of thing. But it's not their fault because they don't know how they sound. You get me?
Wow.
I mean, so
they have no control over the vocal cords because they can't.
They don't know how to use it. They don't know. I mean, for example, when you get mad, you're raising your voice. Chica tu madre, güey. But when you're talking slow, oh baby, I love you. I want you, oh baby, chica.
The tone of the frequencies changes
because you know what you're doing. Exactly, you know what you're doing. Well, so I mean,
there were also. So I'm being bombs after bombs because we're running low on time. I know. So back in Hawaii, back almost 60 years ago, they were giving births during using dolphins underwater. So dolphins will circle around the mother, human mother, and squeal and do the singing. And those kids will be born with higher IQs, will have better adaptive abilities, and grow and walk and speak faster. Now it's illegal to have underwater births and practice it with dolphins. There was 0 accidents recorded, not even 1 accident recorded with dolphins ever attacking or injuring any human beings. Still illegal in the States today, and I think around the world as well. So the auditory nerve.
Was it illegal because of the dolphins? Because I mean, I think it'd be pretty hard to get them in the ocean. So do you think it became illegal to have them, or do you think it became illegal? Because I mean,
good question.
That's my only thing about it. I mean, it sounds really badass. See, I mean, it really does. But I mean, I just want to know why it became illegal. I mean, because at that point, even if you have 3 or 4 dolphins, you get me? I don't know what it could have been. You get me?
You ask in a conspiracy theory, I would say the government doesn't want smarter kids. But if you ask also a person that loves animals, I'll probably say it's because they don't want the animals to be trapped, dolphins and killer whales, and they might be potentially dangerous. Yeah, maybe, right?
Possibility.
Okay. So check this out. Now I'm gonna bring another fucking thing. Ancients, check this out. The monks, dog. This is gonna blow your fucking mind. So you know how monks do the fucking thing with the one with the water, and they play with little fucking things and shit. So check this out. Remember I told you that if you put salt on a fucking table and you play music, it starts making geometric fucking shapes.
Yes.
Or water, and then you put vibration, it starts making different geometric shapes, right? Okay, so check this out. So every shape, a person, an older monk from like 100 years ago, 200 years ago, will make a shape, and then a shape would land on the thing, right? And then they'll plaster it. They'll laminate it with special colors and shit, and then they'll put it up on their temples, in the ceilings of their temples. Okay, fool? Now check this out. Today, monks would come and see their elder, their specific fucking, the person that they're descendant from. They'll look at the fucking plaster, and they'll try to mimic that same sound until they mimic the exact same geometric shape, connecting them to the frequency that their ancestors made. You get what I'm saying? Monks are doing this on a spiritual level to connect with their ancestors through vibrational frequencies, dog. And this is an art form in China and Asia. It's fucking crazy. I was reading that shit. I was like, nah, I had to go watch a video on it, fool. Extra. Talk about catching a vibe. From 100 years ago.
Right. You know what? I mean,
that's a trip, dog. That's a trip, bro.
Most definitely in every single sense. Because I mean, be honest about it. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that has been lost. Just because of modern technology. I'm not even gonna go into the government hiding it away. Because at the end of the day, we want something fast, easy, and quick. I mean, when's the last time you actually heard of somebody doing something for the pleasure of it? It's either if they're not making them or they don't have to, they're not going to do it. I mean, so it's definitely something that definitely can be that type of sense.
That's creative.
I mean,
it's creative as fuck.
Definitely it fucking is. I mean, technically, if you believe in a spiritual world, you know what I mean, I'm not going to say heaven or anything, has to run on frequency as well.
Everything. When you're praying, you're at a frequency connected with God at a fucking intimate level. So even that's a frequency when you're praying with your mind, because everything comes from your mind, right?
Well, not only that, I mean, it's written in the book that angels can, or celestial beings can speak to humans, but some just can't adapt it because they can't capture that frequency.
What the fuck?
So I mean,
talk about catching the vibe.
Exactly, big dog.
Do you need to go?
Sure.
Right now already? Okay.
No.
Check this out. We're almost towards the end of this fucking bomb episode. And check this out. I have something more. Manifestation. So I like the way you put out how angels connect with us to a matter of frequency. And sometimes they can't hear us because we're not attuned. It's not like we cannot the law of attraction, we cannot attract what we want. It's the thing is that we're blocking it because we're not attuned to that frequency. Check this out. The ancients knew how to speak carefully. Remember everything that we say, it's a fucking spell. That's what they call it, spelling. It's a ritualistic almost. So if you say, if you wish ill on somebody, you're saying, damn, that shit's sick. Oh, I'm sick of this shit. You're saying very negative words. Ancients never spoke like that. I'm talking about pharaohs. The royals and hierarchies never spoke negative about oneself, and never so that they never lost the power over others. This is why. Check this out. When you people say, hey, how are you? You say, I'm good. You're just good. when you're supposed to say I'm unstoppable or I'm great, I'm amazing, nothing less than amazing. You get what I'm saying? So you have to speak well about yourself to attract good positive vibes. So check this out. This means
in this point in time, that would be considered arrogance.
Right, I
Which
know.
kind of sucks. Yeah, no, which just
Which
sucks.
people-
I mean, nothing against it. Nothing against
Even
it.
that,
You get me?
even that, people made it to kind of taboo to speak very highly about yourself, right? Because
Yeah,
you know, that
yeah.
fool's arrogant, oh, that fool's cocky, right? And then automatically it becomes a negative thing. It becomes in a negative light, right? Wouldn't you
Yeah.
say? Okay,
Yeah,
so check
yeah,
this
I
out.
do.
The fucking pharaohs, not only the pharaohs, I'm using the pharaohs because this is most the people that know that have seen this fucking hieroglyphics. Check this out. They used it for medicinal tunes, to heal cells, mental disorders, to heal body deformations, and even inbred defects. In theory, they used it to heal their souls and to get to open gates to other dimensions. Check this out. In theory, also, the vibrational frequencies, if they were rightly attuned, they were used as weapons to levitate bodies of water, grow seeds faster like hormones would today, right? Break army morales through energy, through fucking depressing sounds, cause army leaders to commit suicide, and build giant structures, even tools, even power tools that used tuning forks to drill. So we've debunked that shit before. I've seen it on YouTube. You guys can look it up. The ancients would use vibrational fucking tools to make drill through the marble. So and we open
It's
the
funny
idea
that you say that because
uh-huh,
there's a lot of people saying MK Ultra was really similar to that.
vibrational frequencies through radio
Exactly.
waves.
Through radio waves, through light spectrum, just doing a bunch of different shit. So,
mhm.
I mean, is it possible? Definitely. You get me? I mean, if it hasn't already been done, it's definitely a well-kept secret.
You know what it reminds me of? If it's kind of like manipulating the brain power or regenerating limbs or speaking otherworldly beings or shattering cells like a glass. You know how they shatter glass with sound and shit?
Yeah,
It
yeah.
almost sounds like the Star Wars midichlorian thing. The Force.
Oh, okay.
Sound is the Force.
Yeah. I mean,
right? You're
yeah.
manipulating something, and you could even make people sick. You could make people fucking sad. In today's music, fool, the 808 bass and everything. There's videos on Kanye talking about this. The music that's being put out today is being not only put under a 440 hertz, like the fucking world of tuning fucking standard that the Rockefeller put out. That's also real. You can look this shit up, but it's also fucking talking negative shit. It's talking about how to be a drug addict now. Remember, back then it was how to sell drugs, now it's how to use drugs, etc., etc., etc. Talking about how girls want to fucking have a wet pussy. And not only that, not only perverting your mind, but also on a fucking low-level 808 bass that makes you get depression, have suicidal thoughts, lower your knowledge, and keep you on a low thumping heartbeat magnetic pulse with low-level frequency activities like doing drugs or slitting your throat or living in depression and anxiety your entire life. So it's kind of like they've manipulated them. I mean, conspiracy theories talking here. It's like if they use the entire fucking frequency color spectrum to bombard your brain and keep you down.
Okay. It's not impossible. I mean, it's definitely not impossible. I mean,
the pharaohs were depicted with a fucking, doing those big old things. Yu-Gi-Oh! All those little symbols? The fucking the talismans and all that shit. So you know how the pharaohs were like they're standing like this and they have like little fucking like sticks and shit.
Yeah,
comes to find out that still theory. But most of those tools that the fucking pharaohs and the Egyptians and the Greeks and everybody that they were holding onto their hands like that and slept on their tombs like that, mummified. Those were tuning forks. They were all tuning tools to fucking tune their frequency to go to the next level of heaven or have domain over others.
I believe it. I mean, I definitely believe it. Remember, even what's one of the main things that you always see somebody do, especially back in the day when you wanted to get somebody's attention? They would get a stick, staff, whatever it is, and then hit it on the floor. Even a judge, when he's commanding order, what does he do?
Wow.
He beats a gavel.
God damn, Tank.
So all that sound, I mean, sound is a major presence.
And it echoes, right? And it echoes during the fucking court. It kind of like our church. You go to a big ass mass, regardless of the religion, if it's a big fucking church, they use the acoustic properties on the wall to keep you in that trance, kind of.
Exactly.
God damn.
Exactly.
Just digital fucking okay. Frequencies. Let's fucking culminate it and close this fucking gap up, dog. We live in a world full of vibrational frequencies and everything that exists now. There's no future, there's no past, there's only the present. And we live here today on a vibrational field that if we don't attune ourselves, we're going to continue wasting money and living at a low level frequency type of life. You want to get into a spiritual realm, and even if you try to change and become a better person, you attune your body to a better frequency, you attract better shit, you start manifesting a better world for your life, for your family, for your hood, for your, whatever it is that you live for los cuñados bullies. That's right.
Most definitely. Hey, this was really interesting. This was a really interesting topic. I had fun with it.
There's a lot of bombs, fool. There was bombs and bombs and bombs.
It is. Well, you guys will deal catch at EKNAT626. Big dog, this is definitely trippy. I don't have anything else to say, big dog. Till the next time.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. You can catch him at EKNAT626 and make sure you check us out on paranoidradio.com, and make sure you eat your fucking live water, live foods, live high vibrational fucking foods. Stop eating so much fast food. Eat your veggies so you can fucking start getting skinny and look better.
And fast food is fucking vibrational as fuck. I'll tell you that right now.
Right. They say alcohol really vibrates at a very low vibrational hertz. Look it up, guys. I don't know the number, but I think alcohol also fucking vibrates at a very low level. So just a little another bomb. All right, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. Make sure you check us out paranoidradio.com. This is Trebles Garcia, Big Tank, and his sexy ass over here on lick him and all that good shit.
Assalamu alaikum, bacon.
Peace out, guys.
Paranoid Radio.